Hi, in this video we are gonna set up or check out how the dashboard has been set up. So we're gonna divide this into separate section, but to begin with, we are gonna check out how this lesson count works. So first, let's edit this with Elementor. Okay, so we are now in the Elementor page builder. So let's check out how the lesson count has been set up. So first is we have two parts. So again, I'm gonna just open the navigator so it's much easier. So this is, the first one is the dynamic count. So I'm just, and then this one is the fixed count because we need to set that up. Let me just zoom in so that you can easily, I hope that improves. And the texts are much bigger now. Okay. So let's focus on this section. So the first one is we have the dynamic count. And in the dynamic count, we have a query set up for that. So what I've done is I'm using the text editor widget from Elementor. And then I change it to be set up like this. So query, I have called this query lessons complete, and then return count, total query results count, and then under advanced, I haven't set up anything. Now let's check out this query. So under our query list in Jet Engine here, query builder, we have the lessons completed. It should be this one. So 1_intro lessons completed. So if I open this, you can see that this is a post query. Let me just turn off. So we have post query, and we have the post type intro, and then we have ordered it via post ID from lowest to highest. So that's the setup in there. Then we don't have any setup for the next three. We do have a setup for the post and page. So in here we have related items. Let me just kind of zoom out because it looks distorted. But post in here, what I've done is I have selected the related items, and then from relationship, the relationship that we have created. That's why I recommend you set up that relation first before we start into setting this one. So we already have set that up, so that's why you can see it here. So we have that in here, and then child object, and then current user ID. And then that's it. So on the example, if this is the post in, what I've done is I click this database icon, and then I selected the related item, this one. And then that's when it will ask you that tree field. I'm just going to remove this because I don't need that here. But that's where the related items came from. So we now understand where that query is coming from. And once you have that query, you can then call it in here. Now let me just drag a text editor here so that it makes more sense how, or I could walk you through how I exactly set that up. So example, if this is your text editor, and again, this is the text editor, right? What I've done is from here, I've changed this to, so let me just check what I have. Query result count. So I've changed that to scroll down, and then we have the query result count from Jet Engine. Let me zoom in. So we have the query result count. Again, go to this dynamic data or database table, query result count, and then here select the query that we have set up. So we have intro, lessons completed. So you need to set up the query first before you can set this up. And then you leave the default, which is the total query results count. So that's it. And then after that, you can see that I have also, so that's where this number came from. What I need to do now is I need to have this, I change the width into inline. So if you do that, it will only occupy the space that's available. Right now it is on the side of the 2, but that's what I've done. And then on the total lessons is, so this is still coming from the query. So example, what I've done is I'm gonna drag another text again. This time, I'm still gonna select the query result count, but I'm gonna select the total lessons. So it doesn't matter if the user has completed that or not. I just want to get the total lessons. So if we open that query, because we haven't visited or opened that earlier, so total lessons, what it's doing is, again, it's a post query. And then we have that in here called, and we also have ordered by. And we did not put any relations functionality like the other one, which is the completed lessons, because in here, we just want to count the number of posts that is inside this custom post type. And that's why it resulted to 3. So there was no specific rule. It just went in and counted the total number of posts that is inside that custom post type. You can even put publish so that we make sure we only include the publish. If I preview that result, it will still show 3. So after that, what I've done is I have added, before I added the backslash. So that's why you can see in here backslash. And then after I added space and then lessons. So that's why it's formatted that way. But the number 3 is dynamic. I mean, it's not having any rule, but it is fixed to the total count that is on your post type that's published. So that's it. Again, to align this, you just need to make sure that you set the width to inline and it will be aligned. So that's how we set up this lesson count. I'll see you in the next video.